always have some of those holes where the ones, if people just see something and it runs off and they're able to cast a track or such, those ones tend to have more evidence attached to them. Interestingly enough, doesn't mean the more horror filled ones aren't necessarily true. Makes you wonder, though, why there's a lot of holes inside of that.
Yeah, that's the way I feel about it too. And it almost feels like maybe there was some grain of truth in there somewhere. Maybe he saw something out of the corner of his eye and it just kind of eventually grew up and into a bigger story. Who knows? But very fascinating.
Yeah, so interesting. He seemed like a super nice dude. Like I said, he reached out to us. Again, I guess he could just be trolling us. It's quite apparent what you and myself and the rest of my squad do over here. It's really not that hard to, if you wanted to troll somebody, just to reach out to them. I know other people that know him, though. Again, none of them have kind of got that vibe. Yet, none of them have also been able to speak to this individual again. I've tried to send out some emails. This was quite a long time ago. Don't even know if he's still working for them or if he's changed his email. It's one of those things, unless somebody can actually get him to come and sit down on a show, per se, and really able to hear the full story out of his mouth and ask some questions and such. This is going to be one of those that just stays at like a 50-50. It's really hard to add more credence to it, and it's really hard to debunk it because there's nothing else we can go off of, as far as I know, except what I presented to you.
I agree. You could be trolled, or it could be somebody that wants to tell their story, but they're too scared of the repercussions, or were, like you said before, told not to.
So bizarre. As I earlier stated, there are emails I've seen before where these wardens and park rangers are talking to each other about how, in cases where people are missing, whether it's potentially maybe cryptids like Dogman, feral people, they have these basically independent contractors that go in more or less and cull the populations, and they'll bring these rangers with them and wardens to put up signs saying, hey, landslides up here or loose ground, gravel, etc. Dangerous, stay out of these areas, just so that way they're well aware of the areas where things are occurring. Pretty bizarre.
Yeah, that is just really fascinating. And that's interesting that you make that point where they kind of warn you off from the area, but don't tell you exactly.